What is up, my lovelies? This one is gonna be short, but definitely not sweet. Let's get into Force of Nature. Directed by Michael Polish and starring Mel Gibson, Emile Hirsch, David Zayas, and Kate Bosworth. This is a movie about a bunch of crooks who decide to use a hurricane that is happening in Puerto Rico to pull off a heist at an apartment complex. And they encounter a grizzled old retired cop, another cop, and a bunch of people who decide to fight back. Force of Nature. Now, guys, let's be fair. I'm gonna be fair on this one. I didn't go into this movie expecting anything super amazing. Okay, there are a lot of by the numbers action movies out there that come out sometimes straight to video on demand. Some are would be released in theaters if theaters weren't shut down right now, and you can enjoy them for what they are. I'm actually a fan of the Olympus Has Fallen movies. London Has Fallen is my favorite in the group so far, but that's very by the numbers action movie. That's fine. Those things, you switch off your brain, you pop some corn, and you have a good time. We see some of them on Netflix to varying degrees of success, but Six Underground and Extraction were awesome. So when you see Force of Nature pop up and Mel Gibson's in it, you figure, okay, I'm gonna have a pretty decent time with this movie. I did not. This movie was a bunch of nothing, guys. This is such a waste of time. So let's get into it. You know what's good about it? Interesting premise. Okay, it was a fun premise. There's a hurricane, people want to pull off a heist, but here's the thing, we've seen this done before, with Christian Slater. I can't remember the name of the movie right now, but I will post it up right there, and that was a lot of fun. I think Morgan Freeman might be in that one too, if I'm remembering it correctly. That movie was fun. It was a flood, I think. This was a hurricane, and you could have had so much more fun with it. Instead, we're trapped inside of an apartment complex for the most of this movie. So the hurricane doesn't really have much of a factor in this movie, other than they can't call for help. Then we have the stars. Mel Gibson here is, I don't even know what Mel Gibson is doing in this movie. Mel Gibson sits around for a portion of this movie. He plays this grizzled old retired sickly cop who doesn't want to leave the building, that sort of thing. I don't know what his interest in this film was. I really don't. He's not even, let's call it what it is, he's not even the main hero in this movie. So I feel like he was doing somebody a favor. And listen, whatever you may think of Mel Gibson the man, I'm looking at Mel Gibson the actor, and the man has given us some fantastic action movies over the years. Some fun, fast-paced, crazy shit that is a lot of fun to revisit and rewatch, from Lethal Weapon and Mad Max and what have you out there. He delivers in that area. So I don't know what this was. It feels like he was doing somebody a favor. Then we have Emile Hirsch. Dude, Emile Hirsch is not an action star. What the hell were they thinking picking him for this role? Now, I can understand if he was supposed to be like a tenant in the building and they built it around, he's just this ordinary guy who's fighting back. I could live with that. I could deal with that. Here, he's a cop, and he's supposed to be this type of a adrenaline junkie cop who is always, going after the next big case kind of thing, and then something bad happens and he ends up down in Puerto Rico. It doesn't work. Not with Emile Hirsch. He's not believable at all. I had zero faith in this man. If he came to save my life, I would probably just give up and let the bad guys do whatever they wanted to do, because it's not believable. I would accept Kate Bosworth as a hero cop over Emile Hirsch. And speaking of Kate, here she plays Mel Gibson's daughter, who's also a doctor, who also knows how to shoot a gun because, of course, her dad is Mel Gibson. And it's nothing. She's there. She's doing what she has to do. She doesn't do it badly, but they have this whole romantic subplot between her and Hirsch that just feels forced, first of all, and unwarranted. It's not necessary for the rest of this movie. And that's the biggest problem I had with this movie. This movie has a bunch of talking and people in the apartments telling each other about their past and their feelings. And what the hell? I came to see a by the numbers action movie, blow some shit up, shoot some people in the face. And this is not what Force of Nature should be. I don't get it. It was so much filler, so much people talking about shit that went nowhere, that has nothing to do with anything. We don't care. There's a way to do character development while keeping the story going. Go rewatch Die Hard to see what I'm talking about. There's a way to do that in an action movie. Most recently, one that I had a lot of fun with, and I thought they did a wonderful job of developing the character's backstory without slowing down the film, was Crawl. I think Crawl was fantastic in that respect, in a lot of respects. I actually really like that movie. You don't have to bring everything to an halt and put two people to sit on a couch and tell each other about their feelings. Why? It's an action movie. I don't want to see that. So guys, this is supposed to be short, so I'm just gonna say it. Force of Nature gets a 4 out of 10, and I'm being generous with that damn 4. You know, I want to give it a 3. This is such a waste of time. Just go rewatch Extraction or Six Underground or the Lethal Weapon series. Just rewatch one of those over this. This movie is nothing. It's not worth your effort, and I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you did, please feel free to hit that like button. It's really appreciated. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click on my face when it pops up somewhere over there. And for past videos, you can check those out right there. And of course, down below. And that's going to be it, guys. So until next time, bye-bye.